Hello folks, and welcome back to my Shandalyn playthrough. Been a right kick of this as of late, though admittedly I haven't been able to edit a second of it, yet. I just haven't had room on my computer for it. So I have a ton of other footage stuck in there. Before I started recording here, I saw something really aggravating. There was a game, it was some like cancelled game, but there was like a bit actually made of it, like a prototype of it, and it was on auction. Apparently, like some people were trying to, get it so they could preserve it. Someone else buys it so they can't. People were saying it was out of some like nationalistic, thing, but it's just like they're. It's like going to the Louvre and like, oh, the Dutch want to look at the Mona Lisa. Better light it on fire or, stick it in a cupboard, some damp cupboard somewhere so they can't. Oh, the Spanish want to see a statue of, Julius Caesar. Better, covered in concrete so they can't, It's, you know, it's so stupid. Like, oh. Like, I I just don't understand that. Like, sure, pride in your country, but I don't understand going so far as I have so much pride in my country, I must destroy its cultural heritage so no one outside of my country may even see it, know it exists. Ugh. It's quite a silly course of action. Because that's effectively what's going to happen. The guy probably, isn't going to properly preserve it, and it's bye-bye. It's depressing to think about, honestly. Hopefully, things will work out. It won't be as bad as predicted, But, I don't know. I don't have too much hope at present. The one issue with all this? Didn't really get any time with the Fell Hunter, the Succubus. You kind of get them at the same time as you get, like, a few, like him. And it just... I don't even know how worthwhile either of these two are, Like with the Imp and the Voidwalker, you get some time to play with both. And you, like, learn them. Then you just get, here's 3, and, like, the game is clearly, like, pointing you towards the Felguard with stuff you see here in the tree. So, anyway. But yeah, just the other thing is depressing as hell. I just don't understand that. Like, I see people destroying history to, Can't do it while he's standing there. Huh, interesting. I can't do that yet? Odd. There we go. Hopefully it'll work now. But yeah, I just don't get it. Apparently there's 2 reasons for it, but I can't remember what the second one was. And it was only conjecture anyway. But the person was talking as if they'd experience with this kind of thing.
You come get the root. It's too far away.
what you want.
Okay, this is odd. Drop the disguise. Let's pick it back up. There we go.
How you doing?
Is that a mask you're wearing, soldier? Oh, you can just keep banging these? I thought you could only do it once. Thought I remember this denying me a second bonk. No, you can keep bonking him as much as you want. There we go. Still need to batter down some sergeants. Really, I think I could have probably just focused solely on the sergeants and only battered them down. It's nice of the other sergeants not to give a damn. Can't remember if I actually finished my point there. But yeah, I just don't understand that. You think someone would be happy that people would want to preserve their, you know, cultural heritage and history, rather than taking it so it just withers away. I suppose people do silly things in regards to certain... Well, people can do silly things in regards to anything, you know? That's people for you. It's depressing. I did do a right segue into that point, right? Sometimes I end up thinking so much about a point, I actually forget to segue into it. But yeah, apparently there's an auction for a game, it was a prototype, and it was like the only one of its kind. The guy buys it, seemingly just so no one else can, you know, get it and preserve it. And going by what he says, people think he's just going to leave it on a shelf, and age is going to do it in. It's already an old thing. A couple more years are going to be its last. And apparently he's doing it for a few different reasons. One of them possibly being like nationalistic reasons. You know, kind of foreigners at it. That's depressing. It's like finding, you know, some like great lost artworks, you know, buried in a mine somewhere, you know, taken as pirate treasure. Being like, ooh, better burn it. Someone, you know, not completely on my heritage might see it. You know, it's fucking stupid. It is done. Nice form, by the way. Without those sergeants, Torzagog will be hard-pressed getting his troops ready for battle. Already the dominoes are beginning to fall, Shandalyn. We don't need any further strategic need. We do not have any further strategic need for Torzagog or the Blackrock ground troops. We must continue to the next phase of the plan. When you are finished at the stronghold, return to my son and me here in Chiselgrip. I have a feeling we'll be hearing about you and your exploits for a long time, soldier. I look forward to fighting by your side in Redridge. You are dismissed. Well, that's convenient. I was about to dismiss myself anyway. Sadly, the you know, the loot mount I have doesn't, no, the vendor mount doesn't work here because I'm a Horde and it's a particular alliance one. I have to log into Calderin and go head back to Dal to get the Horde one, which, to be honest, isn't a bad idea. It'd actually be good to have that mount. It could clear my inventory out quite easily. I used to go on tangents in my videos, and now I feel wrong even saying just what I was saying there, or just talking about that game. Feel like it's, you know, sliding back too far into that territory, even though it's not. I don't know, I've been feeling quite off as of late. while I'm recording this earlier than I have previously, still feel a bit off. More so than usual. Yeah, like I'm having more memory issues than normal. My mind is just blanking more. Mum's actually been saying the same thing. Don't know why. Did come off meds, but that was like a week ago. Well, like a few weeks ago. 2 maybe. 3. I have no idea. But yeah, I just feel it's straying too far into the tangent thing, even though it's not. They were much worse. And then, I just feel off in general anyway. Hey folks, and welcome to my third time trying to say this. Basically, yeah, I've been struggling with something as of late. Memory troubles. I keep forgetting what I'm saying just after saying it. And I feel quite uncertain about what I've said. Like, sorry, say, should I leave in the talk about the preservation thing? It's a bit of a iffy topic, talking about nationalism and stuff like this. It feels a little dicey saying it, but at the same time, I'm just talking about some, like, gaming news, effectively, It's not that big of a deal. But at the same time, I'm feeling uncertain about it. And I'm also struggling quite a lot with memory issues. I'm forgetting what I'm saying, as I'm saying it. Something happens, memory blanked. I finish saying it, memory blanked. It's quite aggravating. It's quite annoying. And I don't know why. I stopped taking some antidepressants a few weeks back. And I was, while I did have to go through withdrawal for a while, and that was hell. I was fine then. And now suddenly I'm having issues remembering. And so's my mom. Worse than usual. Fibro messes with your mind, with your memory. Fibro messes with your entire body, but yeah, it also messes with your memory. So it could just be that. Well, it could be something else. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's really screwing with me here. Because it's making it just so hard to actually record this. I say something and then I have to stop and do multiple, going on for 10 minutes just to keep trying to rephrase shit. It's quite aggravating. Because I'm forgetting what I'm saying, which makes me repeat myself more, and then I'm feeling uncertain about what I'm saying, which makes me repeat myself more. Or, in the memory case, I may repeat myself more because I can't remember, did I say it this way, did I say it that way? Okay, I'll say it this way to cover my bases. But then I'm forgetting, what I've said. It just happened there. Oh, there we go. I forget what I said, so I start feeling like I basically end up going around in circles in a different way. I'm forgetting what I'm saying as I'm saying it there. It's just struck right there. So yeah, it just basically makes this hell because I end up repeating myself. I'm doing it right now more because I'm forgetting what I'm saying. I end up feeling uncertain about what I'm saying, making myself repeat myself more, and then I end up going around in circles talking about stuff, thinking like, is this what I was trying to say? Is that what I was trying to say? It's aggravating completely. So yeah, if I seem off in my recordings, that's why. This is what I'm trying to fight on the other side of it. But you know what? Nah, it's all fucking good. I think I need to start drinking more when I'm recording. And I don't mean just, goddamn water here. I mean, bottle of Jack. Are you alright? Good. You are strong out there, Shandalyn. Strong and wise. Now pack up your things. We're moving out of here. Our work here in Chisel Grip is done, mostly thanks to you. We'll now be moving on to the northeast, to Flamecrest. Flamecrest is in the cliffs, past the ruins of Tessurian, to serve as a sufficient base of operations for the final stages of our plan. Of course, my son Ariel will be joining you on the road, as will I. Would be nice if we could just wander around with a few minions like this, you know, more of the time. Well, it really ain't that kind of game. You be careful, I could get dismounted. This just increases damage, yeah? Yeah. I think I strolled by Flamecrest before. Ah, it's an alliance person. Yeah, they don't have any actual guards here, so wouldn't have gotten messed up for it. I'm gonna have to go sort out my inventory. Apparently I had 11 of those in my bank. Don't know why I didn't pop them. Ragged Jong? What you want? Kibble. What? Oh, visitors. Most of my fellow residents here at Flamecrest seem to have left at some point. I guess the burning steps weren't interesting enough for them. Not me though. We found new reasons not to leave. The latest happens to be the flameflies that have been appearing lately. They appear near lava during the day. By night you'll find them almost anywhere. If you wouldn't mind collecting some, I might be able to make it worth your while.
Have a good one. Hurry back.
We'll get to see the horde side now of the Swamp of Sorrows. The first bit is neutral territory, but the second bit at Stoneheart isn't. We did the alliance bit on my rogue, whatever he's called. It's been quite a while since I played him. Ooh, I actually would be able to find out. Kolgoroth. Huh. I accidentally opened this. Huh. Wait, salty. Oh yeah, it's that group. Yeah. I was wondering why the crown next to his name. It's the chat, the community we set up rather than a guild thing. That's why he has a crown. He doesn't have that rank in guild. But yeah, it's Kolgoroth. We've done it anyway on. We've seen the alliance side on Kolgoroth. We'll be seeing it on the horde side on Shandalyn here. Same with the Bastarlands, though. Again, there are some neutral quests there in both cases. Actually, one great thing about the classic server, when I get to it, is it's around like 2 months away. Down in the Bastarlands, back in the day, there was a huge long quest here. I did it on the Alliance side back in the day, but the Horde side is even longer. 30 parts. 30. Basically, there used to be a fallen hero, the Horde, on the way into the Bastarlands. It was friendly to Horde and Alliance. Would talk to you all the same, warning you of the dangers of the Bastarlands. And basically, you would end up it was all about you trying to strike down this demon lord, this dread lord here. His base is here. There's also a couple broken along here and in the Swamp of Sorrows. But anyway, he he basically would send you to free his comrades who are corrupted by the dark portal, not by the portal itself, but their location was near to the portal. There was little black crystals that were binding them. You had to strike down the crystals so you could actually kill them off, and free them. And basically, one thing leads to another, and you're sent from there off to the Eastern Kingdoms, to Ashara, and to down here. Back in the day, there used to be hill giants, mountain giants here, and there was random like crystalline statues of that looked like people. Well, the person you find over here, a demon hunter, who we've actually met if you watch my demon hunter playthrough. He has a couple of fellhounds with him, but anyway, he explains that yeah, if you want to find a good anti-demon material, those crystal statues will work. But they're not statues; those are actually what happens to the people the hill giants eat. So yes, it's another poop quest. It's just crystalline and horrific, and it also gets the vor enthusiasts excited. But yeah, anyway, so you gather that material, you head back, and you get a weapon that prepared to fight against the demon. And you end up going up and duking it out with him and striking him down. It was this huge long quest, like I was saying, 30 parts for the Horde and 20-something for the Alliance. It's awesome. I'm looking forward to being able to do that again and showing you both sides of it. And seeing the Horde side for myself. And to be fair, the Alliance side's pretty old to me, so I don't remember it too well. I still do have the bag you get as a reward from it. A demon hide satchel. You've seen it on my Palanai. It's in my bank. But, yeah. So, yeah, I look forward to showing you that. In Kata, you've seen this side of the quest. The demon hunter has apparently travelled to the Battlelands to find out if the job had been done. As well, that was all he heard, was that we set off to fight the demon, and that was it. He never heard if we succeeded or not. So we, well, he heads off and ends up getting butchered for it. So you have to put him back together, and he ends up trying to contain the demon inside himself. Then he turns up in Legion as the researcher for the demon hunters. And he's just constantly like struggling against the demon. Demon slips out roaring and shouting threats, and then he like, pulls it back in, kind of thing. It's all very cool. But, so, Ettrig. The Blackrock Orcs are my kin. My father was a Blackrock, as it was his father before him. My mother was a Blackrock, and I am a Blackrock. But before anything else, I am an Orc, and that means honor above all else. My High Lord has granted me leave to complete my task here in the Burning Steppes, and I'll not leave until the Blackrock Orcs have learned the error of their ways. I need you to, basically the story between Ettrig and the High Lord is that the High Lord was part of the Alliance. Tyrion. Tyrion was part of the Alliance, and Ettrig the Horde. Tyrion was a paladin of the Alliance. I did say that Tyrion was paladin of the Alliance, right? I actually can't remember what I just said. Completely blanked. But anyway, Tyrion was a paladin of the Alliance. Ettrig, a warrior of the Horde. One thing led to another, and they ended up stumbling into each other in an Alliance tower near Stratholme. Both saw an enemy, and they fought. And they fought furiously and with great determination. So much so that they ended up tearing the tower down upon themselves. Ettrig, in a fit of honor, saved Tyrion, dragged him out of the tower. Tyrion was knocked out by the falling masonry, and Ettrig saved his life. But by the time Tyrion woke, he saw, basically, he realized what had happened, and he saw Ettrig being dragged off by the Alliance soldiers. And in a fit of honor, he breaks into Stratholme, because they were going to execute Ettrig as an, enemy soldier. Breaks into Stratholme, and rescues the guy. Afterwards, he realizes he still has the powers of the light. He figured he'd lose it for saving Ettrig. But nah, he kept him. Paladins here in this can fall, but we've never actually seen that happen. We've seen them become Death Knights and lose their paladin abilities and implied to have fallen, but we've never seen I can no longer cast the light anymore. I'm not have fallen. I've maybe lost my way, but I'm not. I'm not a Death Knight now. I'm not a Warlock. I just I've lost my way and the light is no longer heeding me, or the light no longer holds me in favor anymore. We've never seen that in WoW. Apparently, Troll experienced that with the elements, that he wasn't able to summon them anymore in Legion. After the, battle at the Broken Shore. I haven't actually seen that for myself. Though I would have to get my Durkar up to Legion territory to see Troll's thing of it, because that's how you get one of the artifact weapons. You get his hammer, Doomhammer. So we've seen that there, but actually, the head broken shaman, we've seen him in Legion. He also lost his ability calling the light, but that's because he was tainted by dark magic, and corrupted into a broken. So that's a different situation again, basically in Tyrion's fear, we've never actually seen that happen in WoW, or in Warcraft, to my knowledge, It's always been, Arthas became a Death Knight, his soul was eaten, Ettrig was corrupted by demonic powers and mutated, It's always been a greater circumstance than simply someone losing their way, and making wrong choices in regards to, saving an enemy, sparing an enemy, killing those that don't need to be killed. We've never seen anything like that. So it's just an interesting observation, But yeah, basically, Ettrig saved Tyrion, and Tyrion returned the favor. They end up buddies after that, though I don't know how much they work together. Ettrig did, when Legion came around, Wrath of the Lich King came around, he did actually join the Argent Crusade. Out of, again, respect for, he probably had more than just one reason for it, but, it's a chance to serve again with his, with Tyrion, so, who is the aforementioned High Lord. At least that's what I imagine part of his reasoning was. I don't know. You can talk to him in Zuldrak, but it's been so long since I was in Zuldrak, I just don't remember. I'm sorry. I've got good knowledge of the WoW lore, I like to think, but there's two holes there, But yeah, basically Tyrion and Ettrig saved each other once back during the Third War, and or Second War maybe? Second War. I think stuff happening now is the Third War. But yeah, they saved each other during the Second War, and they've been buddies since. So, yeah. I need to do some more gathering before we go take out the remainder of the Blackrock army. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it right, and that means being prepared. I need ash, Shandalyn, and not just any ash. Ash from the greater obsidian elementals that roam the plains to the southeast. This stuff is deep, deep black, which is what we need for our next disguise. Don't worry, you've already got a disguise. This one is for someone, well, something else. The lava beds nearby, to the south, play host to Flamekin, a brand of fire demon that has long roamed the steppes. Situations are such in the Blackrock army that if we're careful, we'll be able to sneak some of these Flamekin behind enemy lines to cause some havoc. Bring me the bodies of several Flamekin. As demons, they are easily resurrected, then we can use them for our own purposes. I'm always puzzled on the, Flamekin and all this, Like, how do they fit in with the whole, Burning Crusade and the demons thing, And the Grell, who seem to be nature-aligned versions of them. Though, admittedly, I think you mostly find Grell that are corrupted. Same kind of with Furbolgs. Furbolgs or something else. Furbolgs, the bear people. I think they're mostly corrupted as well. You find very few uncorrupted tribes of them. At least that's how it feels, It feels like there's like, oh yes, there's firebolts. They're insane. You know, par for the course. At least it's certainly that way in like when you play like Warcraft 3. Like, these are buddies, and now they're trying to kill me. Great.